It's now my pleasure to introduce our senior speakers. First up, we'll hear from Aiden Teplitzky Dobens.
On May 2nd, 2013, I was awoken by a knock on the door. I reluctantly got out of bed and went to open it. There stood Tom Taylor, completely soaking wet, his outfit ruined, holding a bouquet of roses in his hand. He got down on one knee and begged me to do the 2013 graduation speech. To be honest, I was very confused, seeing as it hadn't rained for days, yet somehow he was drenched. I moved past my confusion and proudly accepted the honor, and that is why I'm standing here on this lovely Tuesday morning. Firstly, I'd like to thank all the parents here. I'm sure each and every one of you has been very supportive to your kids throughout high school. And even if you hadn't, you still paid for our tuition, which is more than good enough for me. Now to the teachers. We have some absolutely brilliant teachers at this school. I'm not sugarcoating this. There's some teachers here who really deserve more than have to dealing with teenagers. So thanks for putting up with us. You guys are great. And I know there's students here who've had bad experience with teachers, and I understand that, trust me. But I think the fact of the matter is there's at least one teacher you've had that's had an impact or changed the way that you thought about the world, and I think that's good enough. I've been at this school for 7 years now, and I've seen a lot of crazy things. I've seen Jeff Montag beat anyone in Guitar Hero at like 30 bar mitzvahs. I've seen Julia Fisher wait until the night before to write every essay she's ever written, and seen her do better than the rest of the class every time. I've seen Tristan Yapalter go from poodle to model. And I've seen Ben Weiss hit musical notes that aren't even in the spectrum of human hearing. Needless to say, we're a special bunch. And although I'm embarking on a similar journey to yours, allow me to give you a few words of advice for college and the world beyond. Number 1, college is no walk in the park. Colleges have done a great job of putting up a facade of what life there consists of, but I'm here to give it to you straight. The fact of the matter is, college is not what people make it out to be. Hardly ever in college will it be a bright, sunny day with a group of 4 mixed gender and mixed race students all smiling at one another in front of a camera. That just doesn't happen. In college, you have your own room which your parents pay for. In college, you have an average of 3 classes per day. In college, you can throw a party any night of the week and not have to worry about your parents coming home. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you this, but college is a scary place, so I just hope you've enjoyed your time as a high schooler. Number 2, start putting your money in an account that earns interest. I'm not trying to be funny or anything. If you start now, you'd be surprised how exponentially money goes over many years. Just saying. Number 3, watch out, bus coming. This is a phrase we've all heard from time to time, and I've recently put the kettle on the stove and given it some thought. There's about 122 of you, and I feel like I know each of you, fairly well. The truth is, I'm excited to see where we all go in 20 years. And I think it doesn't matter if you're president of the United States or a professional tap dancer, you all bring something to the table. So perhaps we, the students, are the bus, and the world has to watch out for our impending arrival. But as I've thought about it a tad more, my thinking has changed. We've had some fun in high school, and college will be enjoyable. But there's stuff we haven't thought about. Taxes. We have to pay those. Buying a house. I can't even keep my room clean, let alone an entire apartment. Hell, even having kids. The closest thing I ever had to a kid was a goldfish, and I drowned it after 2 days because I fed it too much fish food. The point is, life ain't that easy. So, perhaps life is the bus. And we as the students watch out for whatever obstacles may face us. Lastly, I'd like to talk about this school, Riverdale. I'm not going to stand up here and feed you a bunch of crap about how Riverdale is the best place ever with unicorns frolicking through meadows and Dominic A, Randolph just throwing candy and roses around like it's Woodstock. Frankly, I like Riverdale a lot, but just as anything else, it has its faults. What I will say is this: no matter who you are, Riverdale shaped you. I don't care if you're the captain of the cheerleading team or the guy who sits in the corner listening to music. Riverdale is a part of you. Your life will partly be defined by it. You went to school every day. The teachers, the students, the books you have read, everything contributes to make you the people sitting in your chairs today. Hate it or love it, it is part of you and will always be. Thank you very much. And hey, watch out. Bus coming.